Laguna Seca, final round of 2020. We're out here and it's early in the morning. The fog has cleared, so that's pretty damn good. We're getting ready for a little bit earlier session than normal, 10:40 this morning. Get rolling, just rolling out with the same bike we had at Indy, and should be good. Feeling good.
Took the risk, rose gold paddock on my wrist. If I pull up, is it lit? Beeping by the gate, I've been beeping by the gate, I've been.
Very well. Bike's running good. Kyle's feeling good. It's come together really well at the right time, right at the end of the year. Get a good showing, it'll be really nice.
Yeah, first session, third overall. It's a really good start to the weekend. Just went out and just worked on myself. We kind of just started with the bike we left off at Indy with, and just trying to work on myself and try to build some belief in myself and go from there. So I mean, yeah, third overall, right behind the two Yamahas. Got everybody kind of chasing us from there. So got a few things we're gonna try with the bike, but you know, we're not gonna get too crazy. I just want to keep focusing on me and try to ride better and try to work on hitting my marks and changing my style in a couple areas that the bike really needs it. We're just gonna keep plugging away, try to stick it on the stick it on the front row today maybe. So front two rows, the front row would be pretty cool this afternoon. So we got QP2 coming up. It should be good.
Overall, we were P3 in the first session. We ended up P6 at the end of qualifying, but I think second place is less than 2/10 away. So I mean, super tight field. Ought to be a fun race.
We had a good day. Came after Indy, a bunch of discussions, just some slight changes for what we want to start with here, and then worked on a few things. Worked on rider, worked on a couple areas, and ourselves worked on a couple small areas.
All right, so qualified 6th, which is a pretty common qualifying position for us, but we're literally like less than 2/10 from second. There's just a gaggle of riders all like within the same couple tenths. So really good day, just working on things, working on myself. Got the bike feeling pretty good. The rear's probably the best it's been all year. We're working on the front, a little bit of feeling stuff, but I think we got some really good pace on the race tire. So I think we're gonna be good tomorrow. We got that 30-minute free practice, so we can just work on this stuff, a couple electronics changes, and just feeling good, feeling more relaxed and a little more focused and ready to go ride again, just having some fun. Was pretty good. Just got out, a little overcast still, but track was pretty good, clean, good grip. So got out, just tried like a couple little electronics changes to give me just a little bit different, power out of the last corner to help the wheelie. Some power out, like coming down the corkscrew, so I can be a little bit more consistent. That's a big deal, just taking power out to make the bike more rideable. So we've been messing with that, and I just kind of continually got quicker and quicker throughout the session. I think we ended up 7th, but overall I think we got some really good race pace. So we got a 20-lap race this afternoon, and I feel good about what we got. A couple other little changes for the race, but nothing serious. Just try to go out and ride and get a good start, and should be good.
Here we go, Moto Superbike Race 1 from Weathertech Raceway Laguna Seca. Good one from Cameron Beaubier over the crest of the hill.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. A little bit more of that tomorrow. We've got a little bit more work to do where we can improve things, but yeah, quite happy.
Yeah, so no, just finished 5th in race 1, which is good. Another top 5. Had a really good battle with Nico Canepa, which came down to the last corner, last lap, and I just got him at the line. So he was hounding me the whole race. He was right there, you know, plus 0.5, 0.4, like the whole time. So kept me working for it, and just tried to be as consistent as I could. Try to find some pace where I could, and definitely want to find a little bit more tomorrow. Just a little bit more front kind of feel and stuff. But you know, overall, happy with a 5th. I think it's a strong result for us, but I think there's much more to come if we can find a little bit. So the boys are just servicing the bike, getting ready for tomorrow morning. We got just a short warm-up in the morning and then 2 races, so it's gonna be a long day, but I'm here for it. Try to finish the season strong.
Wyman down.
Speaking of drop down, one of the only guys that said, no, I'm going to go ahead and try and make the most of it is Kyle Wyman, and that's not good. And this is a guy, the second Ducati that we have in our field, and he's doing it all on his own. So the team manager now having to lift up the bike there with the course workers.
I'd hate to see it pull it out.
Alright, so ended up falling over this morning. It's been misting, and yeah, it's misting right now. Conditions still haven't changed. That bike was clean since I fell down. Was just trying to get up to speed, get some heat in the tires, and just a stupid crash. Just shouldn't have been out there, honestly. So a bunch of guys just went down in the Junior Cup as well. So just a little bit of a messy morning, just trying to feel a change when we're, you know, feeling like we want to try to find some pace. So unfortunately, we got a little bit of work to do, but time's tight, but we'll get it together. So it should be good.
Is that a lot of these guys are going to be on slicks. They realize what the weather is going to do here.
We're getting ready to roll. When those lights go off, it's game on for race number 2. And away we go. Looks like Zanetti on the 87 got a good launch.
Finished up race 2, finished 7th. It was kind of a mixed conditions. Everybody was switching from wets to slicks on the grid, and it was going to be a race on who could feel out the track the quickest. And I didn't really, kind of got held up in a big pack to start with. Wasn't really sure about, what kind of grip there was. And I had trashed the bike this morning, so I didn't want to do another one. So took a little bit of time just kind of getting a feel for the track, but then was able to climb up to 7th and clear away from the guys I was kind of around. So ended up going pretty quick towards the end, like same as a lot of the guys up ahead of me, but they just got up to speed quicker. So bike's in one piece. We got one more race on the whole season, so we're gonna take a couple things we learned from that race, because we actually rode on like a wet setup, but with slicks. Bike felt okay in a couple spots, so we're gonna kind of take a couple things we learned and apply it to race 3 and give her a good run.
There we go. Time to go racing. Hono Superbike race number 3 from Weathertech Raceway Laguna Seca. Clutches are out. Cameron Beaubier gets a good launch.
Back now to Kyle Wyman and Cam Peterson as we go up the hill into the corkscrew.
Was this a successful year?
Yes. I mean, looking at the Laguna weekend here for the final round, came in just feeling good, feeling like I want to come out swinging, and we did pretty much just that. We went out and were, 3rd fastest in the first practice, and that was a really positive result for us. And when you look at that, and then you look all the way to the end of the weekend, we had 3 point scoring finishes, but I didn't really go that much quicker throughout the weekend. We didn't really improve on that. We only went about 0.3 faster than we did Friday morning the whole rest of the weekend. So it's a little bit frustrating just being a little bit stuck, not being able to improve our lap time overall and our pace. But we ended up with a 5th, 7th, 7th, 1, 2, 3 for the 3 races on the weekend. And all of them were hard fought. I left it all out there. I gave it everything I had. So a crazy year, starting late. And when I think back on this whole year, I think back to some really, really high points and some really low points. And thinking back to when we opened out at MotoAmerica and we missed a podium by like this far, and I was so devastated because I wanted that podium spot, and we come back a month later and we get 2 of them. So those are some of the highlights for sure. Starting out strong, and every time we've been knocked down, wadded a bike up at MotoAmerica, come back the next day swinging and put it on the podium. So, from there, low points like, having our DNF at Atlanta was a big blow, just having the bike overheat and burn my hand and everything. And came back strong, 4th and 6th at Pittsburgh, bounced back again. And then the shit hit the fan at the Ridge, man. And went out there straight away and completely destroyed a motorcycle. I mean, I've never done one like that, and it really made us take a step back and reevaluate our entire program. How we prep spares and what we have on the truck and what the spec of our motorcycle is that gives us a better position to be able to finish out weekends. Because when we did not start the race on Sunday at the Ridge, that was absolutely devastating. I mean, you go all the way to Washington to race, and when you don't have the parts and the engines and everything to do it, that's a big learning experience. So, I have guys on my team now that are just such a high level, and I've done everything I can to give them what I can, to give them what they want and what they need to give a bike back to me that I can go run at the front. And I've fallen short in some of those areas, whether it's because of budget or just time and being able to organize the whole team and run everything. And those are some of the things that we look at from the season that have been huge growth opportunities. I mean, that's how I look at it. So, You know, we come back around to the East Coast, get back in the top 5. We had 8 top 5 finishes this year, 2 podiums. Last year I had 1 top 5 in the last race of the season, so we're still trending forward. And you know, it's hard to find the podium and then not be able to get back to it, you know, throughout the year. But you know, we've learned so much this year. I have this truck, I have this equipment that I can roll into next year and try to build this program into something that's a proper superbike effort that can compete with all the guys that are running up in front of us, because they know what it takes. They've built that over decades, and you know, next year is going to be my 10th season running this team, so maybe that's all it takes, is 10 years of work.
Electronics sucked, were just a disaster. Tires were fantastic. Suspension sucked. Chassis sucked. I'm kidding.